Chris Rock's Selective Outrage was one of his better sets. One of his better sets. I actually liked it better than. I didn't like it better than the last two he made. The last two he made was pretty. The last one he made, I really didn't like that one that much. That one was average. The one before that was really good. So this one was really good. Chris Rock is a comedian that you wouldn't understand if he wasn't really a comedian. You wouldn't understand him if you were a comedian. He's not a cup of ice for every person in this world. So that's why people liked it and a lot of people didn't like it. Because there's different forms of comedy, man. And he's not your average hood rat, turn on the TV, put on some comedy show and watch. He's not that type of comedian. So what irks me the most is when you have people typically that never watch comedy like that. They only watch it for controversy. See, most people watch the stand-up for controversy. They watch the stand-up just to hear what he had to say about Will Smith. They didn't give a damn about his whole set he put together. All they cared about at that time is how he got slapped by Will Smith. He knew this. That's why he talked about it at the grand finale of the thing. He could have talked about it throughout the whole show, in which he did with in and out. But he had a lot of good exclusive points on his set about different aspects of life. It was a really good set that was put together. Like I said, the most average hood rat that watches a Cat Williams or something like that, or watches, DC Young Fly and Carlos Miller and all them, like you want to see that type of comedy. That's hood rat comedy. That's just one version. If I want to watch like a hood rat comedy, I'll go to DC Young Fly and put it on Carlos Miller. If I want to watch some comedy that has politics in it, I might go to like Bill Burr or something like that. You know what I mean? But if I want to watch a black man that's intelligent, that has some intelligent things to say, I might listen to a Chris Rock, and it may make me laugh because I understand the intelligence of the joke. Now, here goes the main thing that people really wanted to see. Even though he cracked some good jokes, the main thing that people wanted to see, because this is reality TV world, they wanted to see him talk about Will Smith, because that's what they put on the Instagram, is a snippet of him talking about Will Smith. And what he said was real. Ain't no nigga in the history of this world sat in front of that girl in front of an interview and watched her tell him about how she messed around on him and interviewed him and asked him how he felt about it. Yes, that was some stuff that usually, men don't do. At the same time, I never seen Will Smith as a hard dude. I always seen him as a square. I never seen him as a person that grew up in the streets. He's always been the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to me. So why does it really matter to me whether he cried or not? In Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he cried. In Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he showed emotion. In Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he acted the same way he acts in real life. That's the only person I see Will Smith as. Through everything, through every aspect through life, as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's how his attitude is. So I didn't really get surprised when I seen him crying. He always cries. In the majority of all his movies, he cries. So seeing him cry for getting cheated on didn't surprise me for seeing him cry. So, that's your one point, Chris. Okay, cool. Your other point is other people diss Will Smith. They diss Will Smith, and he didn't slap them, but he slapped me, and I'm smaller. Well, you didn't diss Will Smith at the Oscars. You didn't diss everybody else at the Oscars. You dissed Will Smith's wife at the Oscars. You dissed Will Smith's wife in front of a lot of white people. Why you didn't crack the joke towards the white actors? Why you didn't crack the joke towards the white wives? Why you didn't crack the joke towards anybody else? Why did you aim towards Jada Smith? Especially when already Jada Pinkett had a problem with you already. You already said about the problem that y'all had already about some other stuff that I understand. I feel your point, but she already had a problem with you. You was already on her radar. She sat in the front right there just to see if you was gonna say something. You got set up and you didn't even see it. You was right when you said it's a woman's world and you spend majority of your money on girls. That's majority of guys. You was right when you said it's a woman's world. I've been telling the people this stuff a long time ago. This is a woman's world. This is not a man's world. It used to be a man's world, and them days is over. But what I'm saying is that you diss a black woman in the front part of the audience on live TV at the Oscars, and you expect a man who has so much pressure on him just from the other situations that he's dealing with. He's already dealing with tons of pressure already, and you diss his wife in front of him, and he's supposed to sit there and just take it because you guys are friends? Nah, I don't get. And you talking about, oh, you don't fight. Your parents taught you not to fight in front of wife. Nah, fuck that. I don't give a damn where we at. I don't care who we in front of. If you bigger than me, you slap me. Yeah, there's a trophy next to you. There's something there. There's something to pick up and slap him upside the head. There's some way to get back vengeance. Wait till he walks out, poke him up, and then walk past and poke him up. Walk. You can do a couple of things, right, to get back your vengeance. And maybe not the violent part. I was messing around on that part, but you could have did some other things to get back at him. You could have sued him. You could have did something. You could have did something to make him feel it. Instead of just letting things slide and coming back a year later, still crying about getting slapped. Now, I feel like he's capitalized off of getting slapped, you know what I mean, which is a good thing. Get your money on, but I don't give a damn how funny you are and how intellectual you are. I can't get past the fact that you got shit smacked out and you didn't do nothing.